I remember we had just, there was a gunfight, and I'm leaning against the wall. We're not there to kill bad guys, only to defend ourselves. But while we're helping, people would, do weird stuff, try to kill you.
Hey friends, welcome to the Victor Marks podcast with Victor Marks, founder of All Things Possible Ministries. Welcome to the show where we bring you real conversations faced with life's hard truths, stories of redemption, and the latest from the front lines. Whether you're on the road, getting your day started, or finally settling in, we've got an exciting new episode planned for you. So let's dive into today's show.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Victor Marks Show. All right, I can say this is the first of its kind because I have a good friend of mine who's visiting from Iraq or Kurdistan. And Dolo, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So I'm going to say this. You're the most unassuming friend I think I have. You look at him, he's quiet, he's very kind. There's a meekness about you, which is power and control. But folks, Dolo is one of the most brave, courageous dudes I've ever worked with. And if you've known what he's done in the realm of helping women and children and people who have really suffered horribly under ISIS, you just see a 6'4", 290-pound, chiseled jaw dude. But I'm telling you, this is what heroes are made of. Right here, this man right here. So you're Kurdish.
Yes, I am.
So give a Kurdish greeting to some of my Kurdish audience.
سلااو لە هەمووتان سپاس بێ خۆشحاڵم جارەکە لەگەڵ جنابی بەڕێز ڤیکتۆرم لە ئەمریکا.
Bosh, I'm doing good. So Dolo's over here on a medical visa, you and your bride, because you had to get your ear worked on.
Yes, I am.
And you've had a couple of surgeries. This one was to correct an infection in it, but you got, I think, titanium put in it this time.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So
2 years ago, I got a medical visa by supporting Tim Hayes, you, and Burma Rangers, a lot of friends praying for us until I got the visa. So praise God, 2 years ago, I got the surgery in Springfield, Missouri at the Mercy Hospital.
yes.
So I want to say thank you so much for all the people that helped me, supported me, and I get visa for coming to here. So a special thank for Dr. Mark Van Ace and Tim Hayes and you and Burma Rangers. All that support that's made it happen.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, I got a ear surgery here, and then after that, then I got infection when I went back to Kurdistan.
Mm-hmm.
The infection started behind my ear. I got some medicine here, but it was not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went back to Kurdistan. I was visiting a surgeon for 4 days a week.
Ooh.
And getting on like every day is like just cleaning,
Right.
getting like injection for antibiotic. So it was really hard. It was like for 8 months until that infection is dried.
Mm-hmm.
So that infection later is affected inside my ear.
Mm.
I could not get medical treatment in Kurdistan. Even I tried to go to Thailand. I was trying to do surgery there, but they couldn't.
Right.
It was like kind of special surgery.
Right.
So then for my second time, I asked for visa. They helped me again. I got 1 year visa. multiple
Which is
interests.
amazing. It's very difficult.
It's very difficult for our Iraqi passport to get visa.
Yep.
So praise God. Then 3 weeks ago, I got surgery here, and I'm good. It's
He's visiting friends, but they have to take like Greyhound bus because they can't fly. You can't fly yet until healing.
It's yeah. I've been driving my grandhouse all over America.
Yeah, it's like, welcome to America. His sweet bride. How long have y'all been married now?
I've been married 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when you were a single man.
Oh,
I remember you were wanting to get married.
so, yeah.
But over there, folks, listen to this. Over there, to get married, it requires a dowry. You have to have something to offer to the bride's family, yeah?
Yes, it is. It's our. It depends the family. It's our culture. Like,
Right.
if you want to marry, and you have to buy gold.
Right.
The family, the girl's family, they want to know. They want to ask, who are you? They'll ask the relatives. They'll ask the friends.
Yeah.
I will be able to
Support.
support
Yeah, it's
raising family. So
Well, it's very tribal. So when you're marrying, when he says gold, and I had to learn this. Gold is like, it's kind of like a dowry. How much gold can you give to your wife? Because it's a physical sign, and gold it's your savings account.
it is, yeah. Some family, they will buy it. It depends the family how they asking. If you will be able to buy gold, like, for example, I bought for 10,000
Right.
gold, and that gold will be for us.
Right.
If we can buy house or vehicles.
Yes.
So it's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
There's a real sense of, before you marry my daughter, you got to prove that you can provide for it. It's actually very cool. In Kurdistan, marriage is celebrated bigger than in America. And doesn't your culture teach there's no sexual relationships before marriage?
No,
They take that very serious.
no, that's not acceptable.
Yeah, and it's one of those moral things that I love, because you show so much honor, and it's sad that in America we've lost that as a culture. I'll just tell you, being able to go there, have a home there, for many years we've been there. It's beautiful to see the diversification of both cultures, religions, and the heart of people. And that's what we're talking about today. In the realm of humanity, man, there are just good people, and then there's not good people.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And a lot of stuff going on right now. We know Israel was just attacked
Yeah.
by Hamas, and their approach and what they've done is horrific, because they're killing women and children. They're taking people captive. They're parading dead bodies. That's all horrible. And I'm not one. I worship God Almighty. That's it. And people have to prove through their actions whether they're good or not. And that's why my faith declares Christ, who died on the cross for me, makes me in perfect standing before God. And whatever religion a person follows, most people really don't follow strong, right?
No.
It's like when I first came over. Remember the professor? He said I was a man of the book, and I started learning about Islam and the varying degrees of Muslims, right, from extremists to moderate. But wouldn't you say that people are just people anywhere that want the basic things? You wanted to get married, you want a family, you want a job, and you don't want to cause people problems.
Yeah, I believe that God created all of us. We are all human. We all want to be having marriage, having job,
Yes.
doing some like fun things. So we be loving each other. So
Yes.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then the food. The food is great.
Yeah, it is.
So let me ask you, when you got involved with Free Burma Rangers, for those of you who aren't familiar, it's the best movie that I can recommend on real life. Real life missionary work at the highest level. And it's Dave Eubank. He's a brother to me. And so you can stream it tonight. Go watch Free Burma Rangers. But when you got involved, you didn't really know what was coming, did you? When you said, "Oh, I'll be a Terp, I'll help."
Well, I think I didn't introduce myself in the beginning.
Right.
So my name is Dolo. I'm work with Free Burma Rangers since 2016 during ISIS time. So working in the conflict area, bringing help and hope and love to the people, all people around the world that suffering from everything. So yeah, when the first time is Free Burma Rangers came to Kurdistan, and our area we were close to Mosul, our villages became front line between Peshmerga and ISIS.
Oh yeah.
So we moved our family to safe area, and then we came back to fight with Peshmerga as a volunteer to just stop ISIS.
Right.
And just stop them. So then Free Burma Rangers came to our area, and then my brother, he was at the checkpoint. I remember that his security guy, he said, "Hey, Delo, there's a group that they came here, they were helping us, and then do you want to join them?" I said yes, and then we invited them. They came to our house for dinner.
Wow.
Then step by step we talked to them, then I started working with them.
That's amazing.
My English was not good. Then step by step I started learning with Free Burma Rangers a lot of things, not only language.
Yeah. Well, do you speak 3 languages?
I do speak Kurdish, Kurmanji, Kurdish Sorani.
Oh my gosh.
And Arabic is good, and English too.
Oh man, a lot more than 3. Yeah. So yeah, you have been, I just call you a quiet giant because you're not loud, you're not boisterous, but you get things done. We call them a fixer. When something needs to be done, this is a guy that will get it done. How many missions do you think you've been on? And I'll define a mission. Y'all are at base camp or the safe house, and then you go and do something and come back.
Well, I don't know. A lot of mission I've been with Free Burma Rangers.
Yeah.
We were in Mosul. I remember when the first time.
Every time we go.
Oh, yeah.
But there's different missions once we're in.
We have different mission. We have in Kurdistan, we were with Peshmerga.
Yep.
During start operation in Bashika town. We were helping as a medic.
Yeah.
Help to Peshmerga, and also is helping refugee, internal displaced people.
In the camps.
Because a lot of people came out, so then they moved them to the camp. We were helping right in the front line, giving humanitarian aid what they needed.
We're talking about over 1 million.
So a lot of people. Yeah. Then later, we started working with the Iraqi army.
Yeah.
Helping people in Mosul during the operation. It was really hard.
It was intense.
It was danger.
Well, explain one danger? Maybe a V-bed being shot at.
We were in the front line helping people. When the people came out, it's like being stuck between 2 forces, like ISIS and Iraqi army, or either Peshmerga and ISIS. So when they would try to run away from ISIS to come to heading to Peshmerga or Iraqi army, we were helping them right in the front line. So as many times we have been facing danger and problems, ISIS shooting us. Yeah. So I remember during food distribution in Mosul, we got some information that 3 ISIS, they want to blow up themselves during that distribution. So it's really hard and danger that area that we're going to there,
Yeah.
that we're working there. It's not only in Iraq, also we have in Syria, northeast Syria, Rojava, then in Burma too.
Yeah.
Yeah, all over
Yeah.
the world.
It's there are not many called to work on frontline stuff and face that level of danger. But those of us whom God's called, you really got to be called to it. Because some people want to do it, but they're not called to it. And it can be very hard on them.
It is. For me, as a Kurd, been helping people in the conflict area, I feel the people. As a Kurd, we have been suffering from many different governments. We have been displaced. We have been as a refugee in Iran. So, like, go back forth to your home. So I feel the people when they need help.
Yeah.
So it's, for us also, it's the Free Burma Rangers when they come to front line, and then this different country. I remember we were moving to go to safe area, and then Free Burma Rangers moving in the front line.
Yeah. So do you understand that?
Yeah, we were like asking, why they doing that?
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
You bring your family to the front line, like David Eubank,
Right.
and you all the time they were coming to front line. I was like, oh my gosh, that's
It's crazy.
not normal.
No, and folks, that's one of the things I remember doing there was a gunfight, and I'm leaning against the wall. We're not there to kill bad guys, only to defend ourselves. But while we're helping, people would do weird stuff, try to kill you. And I remember leaning against the wall, and there was an Iraqi from Mustafa's, and he's leaning against the wall with me, and he looks at me and goes, "Why are you here?" I said, "Because God loves me, and I feel His love for y'all, and I'm here to help, with women and children." And it really is a good witness as a Christian, because people ask me, do they know you're a Christian? I'm like, yeah, I'm an American. Of course they know I'm a Christian. What I find Muslims appreciate is that we live our faith out, right? That we're willing to risk, willing to lay down our life for others. And, if you watch the movie Free Burma Rangers, you will see it's intense. And you'll see life and death. You'll see rescues. You'll see healing and hope. You'll see the love of God. And again, you've been part of that in so many ways. And we were talking about someone we lost.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Shaheen.
so far we lost 2 our member.
Yep.
One in Mosul is our translator, my brother Shaheen,
Yep.
the Yazidi translator, and then one of our medic and cameraman guys from Burma.
Yeah.
They both sacrificed their life for the people under attack,
Yeah.
to get the news out, to
Yeah.
tell the story in the front line,
To tell the truth and
to
to
tell
help
the
others.
truth what's going on in the conflict
And
areas.
and it's not over. We talk about, there's some things we won't talk about because we're still operational. We've got things going on.
Yeah.
But it matters when people who are watching, listen, they pray. They pray. Sign up for the newsletter, Free Burma Rangers. You can go Free Burma Rangers website. Sign up for All Things Possible, ATP Ministries. Mm-hmm. And you'll get real live information that's genuine and real in the prayer needs. And I wanted to introduce y'all to my good friend and colleague, because it's rare we get Kurds over here, Iraqis, and we're trying to get more to visit and hang out with us. But people know you now. They know your face. They know your name, and they will pray for you, because folks, he is on the front line. If people say I'm the spear, I'll tell you, Dave Eubank, FBR, they're the tip of the tip, and that's why we support and including helping to get girls who are still held hostage. and are still suffering. This will never end for us. And so much we can't put on the internet, we can't tell people.
Yeah.
And he has seen where we worked.
Yeah, well, I believe the power of pray can be protection. God gonna protect you from everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's always praying at Dave Eubank and our all team, and you, and always praying. I love to praying, and because we believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so give people a Kurdish perspective on, to hear it from you. Are there people over there that want to kill me because of what we've done?
I don't think so. People all praying for you, what
The
you're
good
doing.
people. The
and
good people.
Yeah.
And that was a change for us because, remember, everything ISIS, how we had that. But, man, there was such a change from, and they said, you've got to get the Muslim people praying for you. That was the biggest. I was like, what? And it's because our head of security goes, ISIS already knows you. He's laughing. He goes, oh, they know you. They want to kill you. He said, but you want to get all the good Muslims praying and loving you because they will help protect you. And they have.
Yeah, of course. Just before we started this, and my family, all they was praying for you and for our team too.
Yeah.
All the time they were praying for you.
Even when somebody tried to shoot me here.
Oh yeah.
And you
I
saw
just
that
I
here.
just told them that your story, what happened.
Yeah.
And then they said we were praying for him. I think is good man, God always protecting them because you are supporting a lot of people around the world. So it's
I feel like we can't be killed until God says you're done with your work. But folks, it's one of the things I've tried to stress. There's a joke that says I'm more well known in Iraq than I am here. I think because of social media. But we've met so many loving, solid Muslims who care. They're moderate. They're culturally relative, family-oriented like us. And they hate extremists. They hate Daesh, ISIS. And there's so much hatred going on in the world, even here in the U.S. But I would say this, as we close, I always ask guests two things. One, because you've faced death many times, what do you believe that when Dolo dies, what happens to you after you die? Do you know?
I believe as a Muslim, if we die, then God will return back again, go to paradise, or we have judgment day.
Yeah.
That God judge everything that what we did in our past. So we believe it as a Muslim. Also, Jesus is gonna return back. Peace be on him, and gonna save us too. We believe it as one of our holy prophet. Jesus, peace be on him.
So I love the honor that you give. You say peace be upon him. And it's so
for all
many,
our prophet, we're using these ones.
Yes.
Alayhi salam, peace be on all the prophets.
Yeah.
If you're Muslim, you have to believe Jesus. That's
what's
course.
interesting, folks.
Yeah.
A lot don't know. There are things we don't agree on, but we know what we do. And the second thing is, what is your perspective on who Eileen and I are, or ATP? Like, who are we? What do we do? And you've seen it in a different country. You're the first person from another country that can give, because you know firsthand. So what would you tell people? What's your perspective of us?
well, I'm always telling our people they are supporting us a lot. However, they're Christian. They come to a Muslim country. They're supporting kids, refugees. They're rescuing them. So it's for us always appreciate that help, that support to all the Muslims people. You helped a lot of Muslim, more than Christian, I think.
Yeah, over there, yeah.
So over there in
Yeah.
Iraq and Syria and Kurdistan.
Yeah.
So So I want to say thank you so much for that support. We appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome. And again, we've enjoyed it. I've told people, helping children and women, kids, they always suffer the most from war, right?
It is, they are.
They suffer the most from bad governments,
Mm-hmm.
from selfish people. And that's why I think Muslims have really come to love us.
Yes.
And because they know, I mean, here in America, I've been different places, and someone would come up to me and go, Arabs, Iraqis, Kurds, they call me Victor Marcus. So they go, Victor Marcus, I follow you, or thank you, or they'd hug me. It's really beautiful. But I think that's one way our faith is lived out. Faith without works is dead. And although I don't believe my works get me to heaven or paradise, I do believe my works prove my faith of, am I surrendered to Christ? Am I following him, his teachings? And when I fall or fell in sin, I'm thankful that I can be forgiven, and I just get up and keep moving on. But it's so important. There's a lot of war in the world today, a lot of hatred. So when people love and then stand up for what's right, protect the innocent,
it
it
is.
matters.
Yeah, especially the kids.
The kids.
As you mentioned, that always they're suffering from the war. They're the one that all the time suffering. So I remember all the time when we go there, kids. Actually, we're giving your line and lamp to the kids. They are so
Right.
happy. They were so excited when we give them. They're listening. They'll say, "Oh, he got it," and then everybody's have that bag and going
Yeah.
back to home. That's great.
Including children of ISIS when they were coming out.
Even his ISIS.
The
we
kids
give
will
it to
take
them,
it.
yeah.
It comforts them. And that's our Lion and Lamb initiative. If you've never seen it, go to victormarks.com and look it up. It is one of our greatest tools and resources again, kids who are suffering, you've seen it where kids' parents were killed, kids may be hurt, and all of a sudden you give them a little Lion and Lamb. It's instant, huggable hope. That's what I tell people.
Yeah, especially in Syria. Just 2 months ago, I was in Syria putting playground at the school for kids.
Right.
And all came to around me, and then they came, is this for free? Is for free for us, or if you have to pay? I was like, no, it's free for you. And they were so excited. So for the playgrounds at the school. Yeah.
It's that's Reload Love. that
Yeah,
helps with
Reload
that.
Love is
High
supported
Six,
us for
yeah.
all the playgrounds around the world, all the time.
Yeah, what a great ministry.
It is.
That's very specific to that.
Yeah.
Again, kids pay the biggest price, and that's why the Lord Jesus Himself said, don't allow the kids to come to me. Don't suffer them. Don't hurt them. But it's very interesting to be able to have you here when we've done so much overseas together.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
In horrible places, but bringing hope. And I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad our friends will be able to meet you. And we're praying for your ear to get better.
Thank you for praying, and thank you for your financial support. If it's not that, and thank you for saving my life. And I hope after this surgery, I will be go back to Iraq and continue be able to help human all over the world. So.
Yeah, he's just going to get right back at it. So you guys go to victormarks.com. If you want to find out more, you can look up Free Burma Rangers and look up the Middle East or ours. And if you want to get on our newsletter, I have a daily intelligence brief. It's intel/inspiration. And you can find that at victormarks.com/dib, D-I-B. Sign up for that. So until next time, we appreciate your prayers. And whatever you're doing, whatever lane God has you in, from a homemaker to a welder to a truck driver to someone in ministry, whatever, military, whatever God has you in, do for His glory. That makes your life much better. So God bless you guys. And until next time, take care.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode. We'd love to stay connected with you and invite you to the conversation beyond this podcast. You can check out more of the work we're doing around the world at victormarks.com, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all linked in the show notes. Be sure to drop us a comment in the review section if today's show has impacted you in any way, or if there's anything you'd like to hear more of. We're always encouraged to hear from you. Thanks for spending your time with us. Until next time.